Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Y'all already know what time it is. Chic Hair, Chic TV. Now, y'all already know we have been watching the Love Island USA Season 7 on live. Now, I've been going back and forth where I'm putting this, but we putting it here on Chic TV because this is where the commentary comes in. This is where it gets good. This is where it gets juicy. But let's give a recap to episode 6. Now, first off, the sunset videos changed the order of these episodes, but episode 6 was a full recoupling and elimination. So as we know already, we just want to give a sorrow goodbye to Miss Bella. She did her big one. She stayed in as long as she could, but you know what? It was her time to go. But I want to bring this back to beginning. Let's do a little recap real quick. So in the beginning, you have Amaya and Ace getting to know each other more. Now, what I do feel like is that Ace has tried his hand with Shelly, and I know everybody wants Ace to be with Shelly. I want Ace to be with Shelly, but I don't think Shelly wants to be with Ace at this point. I don't know. But I will say Ace did try to start over with Shelly, just kind of reintroduce himself and, saying, let's start with this so we can build a foundation, because they really don't have a foundation. They don't know anything about each other. And I do find that Ace and Amaya is really hitting it off really nicely. It's very unexpected, but I definitely feel like Amaya has a little bit more interest in Ace than we're actually seeing from Shelly. That's just what I'm thinking. And not for nothing, I definitely still want to give Ace his props because he tells everyone like it is. I like that he actually got to sit down with Huda and talk to her about how she's been with everyone in the house, whether it's her being closed off with just Jeremiah or, overall just letting it be known like, hey, it's only been 4 days and you're not even open to the idea of speaking to anyone else. Granted, Huda says she is open to exploring, but I don't know. Something in me just says I don't believe it and I don't think it's true. I don't. Overall, Amaya definitely is interested in Ace. She made that known, but she's also interested in Austin. I feel like her and Austin definitely have more of a connection than Austin and Shelly. I don't know. I feel like Shelly is definitely playing it safe with Austin, but Amaya and Austin, they like yoga. They have that funny banter together, really nice personality. So I can see them actually creating something. I just don't see that with Shelly and Austin. Like, Austin literally is still asking Shelly, do you see a romance with us? Are we just friends? And Shelly's just like, yeah, I'm starting to really like you. And I'm thinking about, like, I don't know. Maybe it's me that I just don't think that she's really interested in him. I do feel like there's just a window that Shelly's waiting for with Ace, but I don't know. Ace is not waiting. Ace is like, yo, I'm trying to make a connection. Either you're into me or you're not. And I definitely feel like Shelly has to kind of decide where she's going with that, because right now it's not showing at all. So then when we talk about our couples, now I'll get into the recoupling, but we're not going to get there just yet. When we talk about our couples, Taylor and Olandria, I'm getting her name right. Y'all see. I definitely feel like they have a good friendship, but I don't see them going any further than friends. They're saying they're building a romance. I don't know. Maybe they're, moving slow like Serena and Cordell were, but I don't know. I just feel like there is something that Olandria is doing. I feel like she's using Taylor as a placeholder, meaning she's just keeping him around long enough until other people get into the villa, and then she goes, you know what, either I like you or I don't. So I think we just should keep an eye on her, because right now it's not giving intimate, it's not giving interest, it's giving fun foul. We have a great time and we call it a day. Now, since the bombshells have entered the villa, Amaya and Hannah, I have seen a difference with Charlie. Charlie has actually started to go outside himself. He made breakfast for the first time for Hannah, and I was so excited for that because I really do like their relationship. I feel like because Charlie hasn't found someone who could probably light up his day, make him, feel like the king of the world, I think he's starting to get that now, and Hannah being fresh in, you know, she even said she was going to keep her options open, but she put all her eggs in one basket, which I really do like for her. I don't know. There's something about Hannah where I'm like, she's a cool girl. She is cutesy. She reminds me of the girl from Coyote Ugly, which is so dope. But yeah. And when we talk about breakfast, before Amaya got there, Ace only made one plate. Now Amaya's there, Ace made 2 plates again. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, he's playing the game. And when that fool came upstairs, Shelly was looking at Amaya like, oh, it's not just me today. No, girl, it's not just you. And again, that's why I think she's playing it safe with Austin, because she knows that relationship with her and Ace might be tested. Especially when you have girls that come in and are giving this man more attention than you are. That's just simple. As much as I do love Bella and I like Sierra, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Sierra yet. I didn't like some of the things she was doing because I did feel like she was throwing herself out there. As much as I do like this little love triangle going on, I think it's very confusing. It was, quote unquote, it was confusing for Nick. I think as much as he's trying to be honest with them, I don't even think he's trying to be honest, to be honest. Like, I don't think he was trying to be honest. I think he was trying to have his cookies and eat it too. He wanted the milk and the cookies and put it together. That's what he wanted. Nick literally was kissing on Bella, then went and kissed on Sierra. Like, and then he's just telling them, both of them, it's still hard. I don't know. He made both of them breakfast. And, you know, he asks them, do you feel a way that I'm showing this one attention? And Sierra's just like, no, I'm here for you. And same with Bella. Nope, I'm here for you. And I really just feel like if one of them was just like Bella, if she was just like, you know what? Let me stand my ground on what you're talking about. Let me go explore other options. She probably might still be in the villa. I do think she could have had a connection with Charlie. And I also think she could have made something happen with Austin at least. But she was so gun-ho on Nick that literally she was blindsided about what was going to happen to her. And honestly, I feel like she shouldn't have been blindsided because he kept telling her the things that she wanted to hear. And then the fact that she stepped out herself to hear these things only made it more of a reason for her to just move on, like, honestly. So what I do enjoy as well, with all the chaos, the girls did finally come together. You know, Huda apologized to Amaya, and everybody's like, it's okay. And Huda's like, I just have a lot of high emotions, and sister. It's not a sisterhood, Huda. They're trying to find love, and sometimes love is not in a sisterhood. Sometimes you gotta go out and do your 1-2 to find who you want to be with, okay? But Amaya reassured Huda, I don't want to deal with Jeremiah, you know, and she made it known right there to Shelly, I like Ace and I like Austin, the same 2 people Shelly's going after. So I'm really curious to know how this is about to work, because right now I don't see it working. I see it just being chaos in this next episode, for sure. Unless we get some new people. So after this whole roundabout, everybody really just reconnecting and reconfirming, I really just think that a lot has happened at this fire pit. First off, when you see them walk out, you kind of already see how the couples are matching up. You know, Bella's kind of walking by herself, and it's evident how it was going to play out. I do feel like when it was time to choose, I wanted Ace to go first. But Jemiah went first. Of course, Jemiah picked Huda. And honestly, I do think we're a little too hard on Jemiah and Huda. Like, Jemiah basically is like, she's the person I want to wake up to. You know, she makes me happy. And I don't think we should take that from somebody. I think we should look at that like, you know what? Maybe he did finally find his person. Maybe they both found someone that generally likes them for who they are and not for what they look like. Because yes, they do love, you know, the cuteness and all of that, and I could be wrong, but I do feel like they actually do have a genuine connection. Do I want to vote for them? No. If I have to, sure, but I really don't want to vote for them. That's just, I just don't. I don't. But I know the money would help Huda in the long run because she is a mom, but that's neither here nor there. So then we had Taylor, and I definitely enjoyed him talking about Olandria, basically saying it feels like that's his best friend. He's been enjoying his time. And, even Olandria just saying, like, he's just been respectful of her, and the foundation is their friendship. So I do like that. I do hope we see a little bit more intimacy with those two. But, there's nothing we did not expect from the people that were being chosen right now. So there's nothing. So then up next we had Charlie, and like I said before, Charlie and Hannah actually shared a kiss earlier in the episode, and I thought that was so cute. He's just like head over heels for her, and watching it, it's like his innocence as a young boy kind of comes back in the moments he's with Hannah. And I actually do like that, because a lot of men who have not been in relationships, they really don't experience that love. Like, there's a real love when you meet your partner and you're genuinely just yourself. So for him to get up and say, this girl's so cute, I look forward to get to know her, I think that was a really genuine response. They might be my new couple that I actually like watching. But I am hopeful like another bombshell doesn't come in the villa and Charlie's like, I'm off to the next person. I don't know. I am going to keep my mind open that they are going to make a really nice couple, and we're just going to see a little bit more action between those two. Now our guy Ace, y'all. Ace started talking about Amaya in such the most coded way ever, because I really thought he was talking about Shelly, and he was not. I feel like even when he said, I'm excited to share the bed with this person, I was just like, oh, okay, maybe we got it, Shelly. Like, he literally just spoke to Shelly before this rematching. And the fact that he picked Amaya was not even a thought that was going to cross my head. Like, I do feel like if Austin had went before Ace, Austin would have picked Amaya and then Ace would have picked Shelly. But for some reason right now, I don't think there's a fortune or a future with Ace and Shelly. I don't know. Shelly makes it known that she really does like Austin. So maybe this is why Ace is like, you know what? Let me figure things out with Amaya. And he likes her laugh. He likes her eyes. He likes her energy. And honestly, when Amaya does start talking, she has a little bit more personality than Shelly. I don't know. I feel like Shelly's holding back, and I'm really not interested anymore in that storyline with them. Like, I really do want to see Ace find someone who is genuinely interested in getting to know him and not really just like waiting for somebody to pull strings to figure them out. That's just how I feel right now with Shelly. So I am happy that, Ace did go with Amaya. And then as we know, Austin picked Shelly. And, again, they're building on something. Something about Austin. It's something about Austin that really just bothers me. I was talking to my friend last night and she said he looks like Owen Wilson. And I was like, you know what? He literally does look like Owen Wilson. He talks like him too. It's like Owen Wilson and his brother mixed together and you get Austin. Like, it's just something about it's just like, oh no, I'm like, oh, I know you. Like, it's just something about his voice where it's like, are you stuffy? Do you need to sneeze? What is happening? But I do hope in the next few episodes, maybe Austin sees a little bit more with Amaya, because I don't know. I feel like Shelly's just not giving enough. Like, yes, she's pretty. She is so pretty. She's so kind, but that's not enough for a relationship. Like, it's really not. And if you do come across somebody that has a little bit more energy, think about how your life is going to go. You don't want to be sitting with someone who's just like, I'm pretty for a living. That's just me. Love her down, but I'm just like, girl, we need a little something. And I don't know whether to cry or be happy. Our girl Bella went home. Soon as Nick started talking, everybody's heart was like racing. Who you gonna pick? What's gonna happen? Everybody was so nervous. But the one thing that Nick said was, when we was in a photo booth. Our time in the photo booth. Bella ain't been nowhere near that photo booth, so we already knew Nick was talking about Sierra. The fact that Nick chose Sierra, it was not a surprise. I do feel like Sierra is a little bit more, I know what I want. She's a little bit more scary than Bella. I will keep saying that. I do think that Nick is afraid of Sierra. For some reason, there's a way that Sierra looks at Nick, and it gives scary, and it gives you better had picked me. And then the little comment she made, good job. Good job? Like, out of all the things you could have said, good job just was not one of them. Good job is giving like overly confident. And I'm just like, girl, be careful, because the same thing that he just did to Bella, he could do to you. I don't think he was honest. I do think that it was a hard decision for Nick. Don't get me wrong. It was a hard decision for him. But like, I don't know. It just didn't seem right. I think it was just so messed up. And then even at the end, he wanted to talk to Bella. And even in that conversation, it was just given like, I still got you under my grasp. Hopefully when we get out of here, we can link up. I don't know. It was just something about it that was giving me, nah, like, he's still playing games. He's still playing games. But I also want to point out the fact that Bella was kind of in a begging situation, like begging for his attention, begging him to see her worth. And when they did go outside and talk, you know, he's like, I hope you find someone who really likes you and knows your worth and appreciates you. And then Bella goes, but it could be me. Like, I could be here. And I'm like, he just said, good luck. And you still trying to beg this man for his attention. I don't know what it is, but honey, I hope you find your self-worth, because that ain't it. That is not it. You deserve better. And I really do hope you look back at these scenes and be like, oh my goodness, like, I look crazy. You know, I was changing myself for a man that literally is lying to me. And I think that will take her a long way. A long way. Okay, y'all, now it's time to give out the awards. MVP. We're going to start with the MVP because I always like to give my most valuable player the award first. Like, honestly, it was a tie again between Ace and Amaya, but I'm definitely going to give this to Amaya. I feel like Amaya definitely took the time to talk to every individual man in the villa. She got to talk to them, get to know them, you know, figure out where they stand. And she recognized where energy is going. She recognized Jemiah is just not up for it. You know, they had a really good conversation, but I feel like Amaya's like, I'm not wasting my time. I see where you're going with this. And most girls who might find Jemiah attractive would probably be on his back, but she's like, no, we're not doing that. And I did appreciate that she did go on the dock with Austin. They meditated, they did a little bit of yoga, and they made out. And I thought that was really cute too, because I don't feel like people actually gave Austin the opportunity to really get to know who he is and the things that he likes. And outside of all the chaos and the sex and the nudes and the things that he was doing, I feel like he just needs somebody to ground him. And I don't know, I see that, you know, coming from Amaya. So I do want to give that award to Amaya. Okay, so the next one is Best Dress, and I'm giving this one to Sierra, okay? I was surprised in myself too. I was surprised, but I really enjoyed Sierra's fireside outfit. Like, it was very floral. It was very sexy and cute. I love how she changes up her hair. She might put some, you know, different like flowers or bows or just hair accessories in there. But I don't know. She came to the fire pit ready to go. She's like, it's about me. Boobies up. Back out. Like, I just think her outfit was really, really cute. So I'm definitely giving that award to Sierra. Vote him out. Vote him out. Vote him out. Get him out. Strike 4. Strike 3. Get him out. Nick. I want Nick to go home now. Like, I want Nick to go home now. And though I do feel like Huda still needs to go home, I do feel like Nick should go home. I feel like Nick is playing a game. I don't feel like Nick is actually looking for love. I think this is just all fun for him, and that's just it for him. Like, you literally kissed one girl, and 5 minutes later you kissed the next girl. And not for nothing, you could have held back. You could have been like, you know what, I don't want to do that right now. You know what, I'm not going to go in there right now. Like, because I think there's things that Nick can do to prevent him from being in these situations. But he's not doing that. He does not care. So, yeah, I want Nick out the house. Give me somebody else. Please give me somebody else. Jemiah and Huda, you're safe. All right, so now we're going to go to tweet time. So I have 4 tweets, and, you know, I got a little new setup, whatever. So let's look at these tweets. Okay, so the first tweet is from Desiree, she says, now Oleandra knew damn well Sierra didn't know Nick and Bella made out. Then she's gonna cover her mouth after she already said it. Just messy. I love this cast. I love it too. Y'all, I was really like, oh, she said it. But that's a real one. That is a real one. Now, I don't think it was nothing against Sierra, but she said, girl, you sitting here all high on your horse like this man was choosing you. He was not choosing you, okay? I don't think he was choosing you. I think he just chose you because maybe he's scared of you. Because 5 minutes before y'all kissed, he was making out with Bella in soul ties. Make it make sense. Ace, do you understand we are only 4 days in? Clock it! Yeah, because, baby, Huda, what are you doing? Like, I love that Ace is just so honest with everybody. And, again, he says the things that nobody's going to say. Like, everybody on the internet saying it's 4 days. Like, I'm glad he verified how many days it was because I'm thinking it's maybe like 4 or 5 at this point. No, it's only 4 days. And you are high over heels with this man. And if you look at it, you're closing yourself off from any opportunity of you find somebody. You don't know how this man is outside of here. You don't know his finances. You don't know his anger levels. All it's been is cutesy, lovey-dovey. I need to see them get angry. I need to see how they deal with that. Already I see Huda is emotionally unstable when it comes to certain situations. So I would like to see a change in temperature with both of them. I would. Ace did all that pillow talking to Shelly just to choose another girl. Oh, yeah? He's cut. How about that? Like, are we cutting Ace out? Are we cutting Ace out for choosing another girl? Like, I don't think he was doing a lot of pillow talking with Shelly. I think he was trying to get Shelly to come out of her shell to see if Shelly's actually interested in him. So, I don't fault him for picking Amaya at all. Like, I think it was actually good that he picked Amaya. Like, I want to see him explore something serious with somebody. He's been, like, trying to figure things out. But, no, this is, like, the first time he's actually with someone that's genuinely interested in him. And he's interested in them. So, I don't think I want to cut Ace out. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, and those last tweets was from Simi_Ali and Husi. And this last tweet is from Naranano. Every time Huda says the word sisterhood, I want to snatch her up too. Because how many times is you going to run and say, sisterhood, sisterhood? It's not a sisterhood. It's not. Like, I get it. But, like, 1 minute it's sisterhood, then the next minute you're calling somebody a bitch. So which one is it? So hopefully if we get new bombshells in the house, you're not acting as crazy as you was, because I definitely think you're doing too much. You're doing a little bit too much. And that's just how I feel. So let's get into the predictions, y'all. Listen, I really just think 2 new bombshells are going to come into the villa. Once these 2 new bombshells come in, it's going to stir things up. So whether Sierra's like, you know what Nick did was messed up, I'm going to go and date someone else, that's a prediction. I do feel like, again, Taylor is a placeholder for Olandria. So if a new person comes in she's interested in, I definitely feel like she's going to go after that person. Shelly might go after that person as well, because I do feel like Amaya and Austin might have another connection that might be stronger than the current connection that Amaya and Ace has. And then hopefully maybe it opens the door for Shelly and Ace. I don't know. But Hannah and Charlie, I'm definitely excited to see a development with them. And then overall, I just want to see the mess, because Olandria already opened her mouth, and I'm about to see how this is about to go down tonight. So y'all already know what time it is. Hit that subscribe button. Come back tonight. We will be here at 8:30, 8:45 for the live stream, and it's going to be nothing but magical. Okay? Because y'all know I'm going to hold it down for y'all. See y'all later. See y'all tonight. Let's go. Bye.